tonight, for your entertainment, we have 12 contests of mixed martial arts, including 2 Fight UK amateur title contests. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you, are you ready for action? Let's try that again. Are you ready? Okay, before the first contest, we have to introduce our officials for the evening. Your referees in the cage tonight, Mr. Mark Woodard and Mr. Dean Weir. Your judges at cageside, Mr. Chris Watts, Mr. Mark Collett and Mr. Steve Cook-Abbott. Our timekeeper at the bell is Jordan. Our commentary team, we have Dangerous David Letherby and Ben the Pen Cartledge. Our medical team this evening are supplied by ambulance.co.uk and the doctor at cageside, the man who is the supplier of all things nice to eat, Dr. Ali. We've got our cuts team, which is supplied by gasdoctors.co.uk. And finally, last but not least, our beautiful ring girls, we've got Namtan and Cara. Okay, our first contest of the evening is a bantamweight contest fought under 135 pounds. And the first fighter to enter the octagon into the blue corner, let's hear it for Nathan Buckley. He's 24 years old, stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and weighed in at 135 pounds. He fights for Impact MMA, and tonight is his debut in the cage. Let's hear it for Nathan Buckley! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He hails from Birmingham. He's 38 years old, stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, and weighing in 135 pounds. He fights for Pariah and has a mixed martial arts record of 1 contest with 1 win. Let's hear it for Georg Boyd!
Yeah, some great hips early on from Nathan Buckley. Perhaps some sort of judo background or something like that, and doing a very good job of avoiding the takedown attempt now.
Boyd pushing forward, got to be mindful of leaving that neck. Buckley's looking to try and talk it in. A guillotine we see very common in the amateur ranks. A submission a lot of guys go for, and a lovely trip there from Boyd, but a nice switch of position from Buckley as he soon finds himself in the ascendancy on top. And here come the punches. He's got to be careful of shots to the back of the head though, Dave.
Yeah, position before submission they say, but it was a bit more of position needed before striker, then got a bit carried away, but he's landed on the feet as well. Obviously at this level, Ben, you know, there's a lot of adrenaline going about, and these guys are fast and furious, especially at this weight class. But finds himself in a bad position now, Buckley, from looking like he was in a fight-winning position.
Boyd's got to be really mindful. He's sitting very high if he's abandoning that choke, because it looks like he is.
Yeah.
And now he's isolating the arm. Good call. Got to be very careful of not getting past in a spot like this. As we say, fights in these amateur fights really full of adrenaline, and turn on the spot off, and you're looking at a guy in Nathan Buckley making his debut against a guy in
if he
Guillaume
goes belly
Boyd.
down here, he could get this.
Does need to really commit to it. I think you're right there.
Omoplata maybe. No, good work from Buckley. Stayed calm through that armbar attempt.
Going to the body, looking to throw his man round, see if he can. Dive forward from Boyd, but couldn't quite get it. Now he's going to be mindful of the neck. Got that hand, those hands clasped together, and marches his man. Can he get him up?
Great takedown offense again from Buckley. Interesting tombstone pile driver almost. But yeah, I was just saying, Buckley, he's a very difficult customer to take down. Boyd was in there deep on those legs and still not able to get the takedown, and some thunderous body shots now going in from Buckley.
Dumping body shots. Boyd did very well to survive that modified styles clash from Nathan Buckley, but we've got to be careful. Like you say, he dropped him on the front there, Dave, but so easily we see the momentum. 12-6, got to be careful there. I think referee Dean Weir's called time there. 12-6, I think he did land in the spine as well. And there's the takedown from Boyd that he's been working for. Now we'll see what he's got on the top.
Buckley holding on to that head in almost side control there. He does well to get full guard, actually, Buckley. He's definitely got a ground game now, looking for the guillotine late, but only seconds remaining.
And that's the end of what was a breathless first round.
Yeah, I think the better work really overall from Buckley. Looked the more dangerous of the two. I think he actually might have hurt Boyd at one point on the feet, and he was just desperately trying to seek the takedown, which is, you know, often an indication that he has been hurt with punches. So yeah, good round, and for me, obviously it's difficult to score from commentary position, Ben, but I think Buckley possibly taking the nod in that one.
I think we're talking about a super close round, and there's obviously arguments for both men winning. Buckley and Boyd in that short 3-minute round really did have the moments. Interesting to see how the judges see it. As you say, I think it was after one of the scrambles, Boyd came forward and Buckley caught him with a beautiful straight right down the pipe. Backed his man up a little bit. But as I was saying earlier, in a guy like Nathan Buckley making his debut, Guillaume Boyd only having one fight. Tremendous level, really, we're seeing at the amateur levels here at Fight UK. One of the promotions that's really trying to push amateur MMA, and has had a dedicated amateur show for a while now, and it shows because the level of amateur guys that we're getting on shows like this is constantly improving. Yeah,
I talk about it all the time. Some massive improvement over the years. You know, you look at the amateur scene from now to 5 years ago, is just an absolute phenomenal change.
Oh, and a nice kick straight away, touch of gloves, and Boyd comes flying in, and now the punches are going. Real explosive work from Buckley.
Yeah, he did land another right hand, Buckley. Boyd looking for the guillotine, but
he's got it again, but it's arm in. Yeah, soon pops himself out. Buckley, for me, Dave, for a debut fight, has shown a lot of composure in these tough spots. And maybe going for the omoplata, but once again skips over that. Nathan Buckley really impressing me with this work.
Yeah, he does stay very calm in these transitions, and because Boyd is a tricky customer, like I say, he's looking for arm bars, he's throwing the hips up there, but Buckley's using it to his advantage. He countered that omoplata attempt with a pass. Probably going to end up in a dominant position here in side control. Nice sprawl from Buckley.
Oh, nice knee going in, spun his man round, didn't quite connect. He threw a good knee to the body to bring the head down, and then straight in for the guillotine control and throwing the knees.
Low blow in there. Referee Dean Weir calling timeout, so Buckley will have 5 minutes to recover, or however long he needs.
Danger of that technique, really. But over the years, we've seen a lot of fighters utilize that front headlock and knee technique, Wanderlei Silva famously, to really punish guys. And it is a great position, but what you have got to be mindful of, which was what Boyd fell foul of, is you've got to really, really place those knees precisely, because with the target moving, it's easy for one to stray, and that's exactly what happened there. No malice on it, though. The fighter's back in. Boyd with a big looping right, hits nothing but air. And once again, it looks like he's caught him again.
Yeah, I think referee Dean Weir just
drop-
unable to see that one.
Drop back for the guillotine, but it's a tough one.
He could get this if he mounts him, Ben. There's going to be a huge amount of pressure on that neck. He pops out. Buckley's tough, but now he's mounted. Yeah, a bit unfortunate, Ben. He was clearly clipped to the groin again on the blind side of Dean Weir. He's a very experienced referee, but obviously unable to pick that one up. And it's landed Buckley in a terrible position now.
I think in some respects, Buckley's toughness and willingness to kind of carry on was almost his undoing at that point, because he didn't seem to show any real recoil. He didn't arch backwards and shout straight away. He just kind of moved forward and tried to get back on with it. And that allowed Boyd to get the ascendancy, and now he's ended up in a dominant position. And so often we see it, Dave, in the amateur game with these short rounds, a real position of dominance like this. If a fighter gets mounted and can hold his position and land a few shots, it's a lot easier to steal a round based on percentages.
Yeah, and Buckley at this point just trying to hold on to his man. It's not the tightest looking mount. He's quite low down on his body. There are gaps there, but Buckley just really just holding on at this point. Maybe a little fatigued at the end of this second. It's been a fast and furious encounter.
Buckley posturing up, using the forearm for control. He needs to land. Throws a big shot, but nothing on him. But as we said, if Buckley can do enough to not get stood back up and keep this position, he could very well make a good case for winning this round.
Ten seconds to go, and Boyd will be content with this one. I thought maybe he lost the first, so this would have the guys going even into the third, possibly. Extremely experienced judging team here at Fight UK, likes of Mark Collette and Chris Watts, that have both been numerous trips to the UFC. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they've got it going into the third. For me, Ben, it's possibly anybody's fight. This could be the round to win it.
Renault Sport, registration Yankee Sierra 53 Papa Kilo X-Ray. So that's a black Volkswagen Passat and a blue Renault Sport. If they're your cars, they need to be moved immediately or they will be removed by the police.
Don't park your car wrongly with Andrew Sledge around. The sheriff of this town.
He is ruthless when it comes to organising a tow-in.
Yeah.
Or indeed a clamping.
Dean Weir calls the fighters together.
I think he's having a word about a few infractions, basically telling them both to try and keep it as clean as possible. And it's not out of malice, Dave. I think, like you so very rightly called at the start, there's a lot of adrenaline going on.
Yeah,
guy making his debut, guy who's had one fight, very inexperienced in terms of the bigger picture, but such a lot to learn from being able to fight on a stage. And great to Fight UK's great body kicks, as I say that. Boyd looking to come out firing, headhunting quite a lot.
Yeah, Boyd started the second round.
Nice kick to the body. I think that hurt him.
Kick and then a right hand.
I think that really hurt him.
I don't think he should clinch here, Ben. Although the knees are finding their butt, I think he should stand off because he hurt his man to the body and the right hand to the chin.
It's a position, obviously, where he feels like he's got a lot of control. But as you say, if he could back up, really
I think his man was there for the finishing, Ben. I really do. I think Boyd should disengage here. Clearly, Buckley is still hurt.
As we say, Dave, I mean, how much of that comes with experience?
Yeah, because these knees are hitting the arms. You know, Buckley's in a good position there.
Just a trip on the outside. It doesn't look like he's quite going to get it. And as I say that, just me eat my words there. Beautiful switch of positions. And Buckley's expression really changed. It's clear that he got hurt to the body. That was a great call.
Yeah, blatant grab of the fence there from Buckley to try and save that takedown. So the desperation's creeping in, and now Boyd's on top. Buckley blowing heavily. He's a very muscular guy at this weight, and you know all that muscle needs more oxygen, and it's showing a bit here with the 38-year-old, I believe, or perhaps 39, on top now and looking good in this third round. In a round that, as I mentioned, Ben, possibly
some nice knees to the body.
To take it yet, and
very
the body's
nice
already
knees
hurt.
to the body.
Mounts, beautiful work from Boyd.
Very underutilized weapon, even up in the pro ranks. Ground and pound knees to the body. There's very few situations in MMA in the ground game like this where you can hold and hit at the same time effectively. But knees to the body is one of them. So many fighters we've seen over the years utilize a tough side control or a tough north-south, depending on rule sets, and are able to just rain those knees in. And it's clever once again from Boyd, because he has hurt his man to the body with that beautiful kick. Came right under the elbow. Sitting up in half guard is Guion Boyd. What a great fight this is, Dave, to start the proceedings off here at Fight UK Amateur Championships for a real harbinger for the talent and the quality that we're going to see going forward, as it looks like Boyd's turning it on a little bit.
Yeah, great matchmaking. Both these guys very evenly matched. Buckley came out the traps flying early doors, but it's Boyd now. He weathered the early storm from the younger man, and now he's in that top position. What I like about it, Ben, even though we're in the third round, he's keeping busy here. He's not just keeping the position, you know, and content right out on top. He's trying to score points all the time. Even 10 seconds to go, Ben, look, he's looking for the finish.
Oh, and a big shot there. Credit to Buckley in this third round, Dave. Real heart and toughness, but unfortunately it may not be enough. Great fight from both guys. Both had the moments, but Guion Boyd arguably in the ascendancy towards the end of that fight.
What a fantastic fight to start off with. Let's have a great round of applause for both warriors. Come on. Go to our judges' scorecards. All three judges have rendered a unanimous decision, scoring the contest 29-28 in favour of your winner. From the red corner, Guion Boyd. But let's hear it for a very gallant runner-up. Let's hear it for Nathan